Welcome to Unlimited Story. I hope you came here for exploits because that's exactly what I'm going to be covering right now. This is the biggest news to ever hit Kindle Vella in its few months of existence. And considering no news actually happens, this is apparently big news. So if that's why you're here, just stick around. Greetings, I'm Mark with Unlimited Story, unlimited-story.com, a channel dedicated to writing, world building, marketing, and most importantly, getting things done. If you want to support this channel and the things that I do, just check out Unlimited Story on Kindle or Kindle Vella. Information is in the description below. I promise you it's far more legitimate than any of the things I'm going to be covering in this video. And you're probably saying to yourself, Mark, legitimate or illegitimate, what are you talking about? I am talking about two very, very specific Kindle Vellas that I'm going to be covering right now. Specifically, How to Be Relationship by Mayra Contreras. And here's her description. How to Be Relationship Among Adult Attachment Styles, Shame, Disassociation, and Abuse Characteristics. And the other one is The Course of Love by Graciela Ortiz. I hope I said these right, but considering these aren't really even people, which I'll be covering in a second, I don't actually care. So, what is the description? A marriage doesn't begin with a proposal or even an initial meeting. It begins far earlier when the idea of love is born, and more specifically, the dream of a soulmate. Okay. Oh, and erotica, romance, love stories, mystery, and fantasy. Okay, so the first one, which we're going to be going back to, and I'm just going to be trying to cover these real briefly to basically show you what is blatantly obvious. That these are not real stories. They are plagiarized. They are Google translated. They are basically not legitimate. So what is actually going on here? Well, to put it simply, someone is playing the system, which I'm not surprised. And actually, I'm surprised it took this long. So what is happening? Someone claiming to be, I don't know, Mayra Contreras or whatever. It doesn't matter who it is taking documents that are plagiarized, Google translating them, and throwing them on Kindle Vella to make some money, okay? Which is not surprising because here's the thing, Kindle Vella right now is a gold mine. The actual royalties that authors are making off here are a joke, but in all honesty, the bonuses are insane. Like, people are just going to be flocking to your, by people, I mean authors, are making just mad bonuses by getting likes, clicks, and views. So what's happening here? Well, clearly someone has jumped on the train and they just have a ton of bots clicking for them. Or maybe it's real people. Maybe they're paying people to click these. Who knows? But they are not legitimate by any means. And by not legitimate, again, plagiarized, Google Translate. So already they're kicked out of the being legitimate category. But the amount of popularity they've gotten within just a few weeks is not, I don't know, proportional to what is actually being written. So it is as clear as day that these are not, these are just plain awful. So anyway, getting back on track. So they're trying to basically get all that sweet bonus money, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get it. Unfortunately for them, fortunately for everyone else who is a legitimate author and reader. So to save you the effort of actually going to these pages and reading them, I will do you a solid. And here we go. Here is episode number 1 of How to Be Relationship. Presentation of articulation of issue. And by the way, I am not putting any more effort into reading this than this thing actually deserves. So if I screw anything up, sorry, and I don't care. Okay, presentation, articulation of issue. The current investigation zeroed in on the grown-up ladies, overcomers of youth sexual maltreatment, their connection styles, and their experience of disgrace and separation, all corresponding to the maltreatment. There it is. Now, here's the other thing. These documents, these real documents that are being used, they're legit. They're great. They're whatever. These are. I'll actually put links to the documents so you can give them. You can see what they're all about. But clearly, they have been abused into, or I don't know how to say abused, but they're being perverted into just being a money-making machine for somebody else. Great. So kind. All right, so what's this other one? This one, actually, The Course of Love, does appear to be like a real story. Like, if you were looking at it on the surface, because I've actually looked at this and been like, oh, okay, this is different. Yeah, or I shouldn't say different. It's a different story. It doesn't come off as totally fake because, of course, the title doesn't have grammatical errors. So, what is going on in this one? Fixations. What's the first episode about? Fixations. The lodging is on a rough outcrop 30 minutes east of Malaga. It has been intended for families and accidentally uncovers, particularly at eating times, the difficulties of being important for one. Rabid Khan is 15 and on vacation with his dad and stepmother. The climate among them is solemn and the discussion ending. It has been a long time since Rabin's mom passed on. A smorgasbord is spread out each day on the patio, sitting above the pool. Keep an eye out for this. This is the biggest news that is going to happen in Kindle Vella, and it is something that is clearly going to have to be policed until they figure out what's going on. I mean, in an interview with Virginia Miller, I think her name is, the lady who runs it. I'll actually be doing a full review on that video coming up probably within the week. They have big bonuses. They were giving out $500,000 in bonuses, I think it was last month, and they don't plan on stopping, which is great. Great motivating tool, especially for authors, because authors would love to get bonuses and all that jazz. But the simple fact is, where there's money to be made, other people are coming too. So, great way to cheat the system. I doubt it's going to be lasting. It's not going to be lasting long, because when it comes to money, Amazon is on top of money. If there's one thing they're on top of, they know money. Oh, one sentence summary for these, because maybe I should. Somebody stole some stuff and now they're trying to make money off of it. Both of them, it's the same thing. One's a romance and one just talks about sexual treatment, I guess. So I want to thank the amazing authors on the Unlimited Story Discord, specifically E.A. Blackwell and Audrey Sapper, for bringing this to my attention. And, you know, you guys are amazing keyboard warriors, but with a good connotation, because usually keyboard warriors aren't great, but y'all be great. So please consider subscribing if you like this type of content. I do try to stay on top of Kindle Vella. I also do a ton of reviews on Kindle Vella stories, and basically if it's on Kindle Vella, I will do something for it. So consider subscribing, or at least watching another one of my videos that YouTube recommends. Peace.